welcome back to the network, exclusively here on the Film Reviews channel. I am Mr. Garrison, and today I got a little video I'd like to announce. It's going towards in regards of Flicks with the Dicks. For anybody who's been wondering where has an episode been, why have we not done an episode? Well, there's two things I like to address about that. One, we all have a life. Us hosts have a life. Some of us work. Some of us have daily routines that we do within our schedule that we need to take care of. And second of all, basically I decided on my part that we need to take a little break from the show due to the fact after recent events that happened on the old number episode, which I will not get back into. So due to those circumstances, I decided to, we take a break from the episode and think of some guidelines and rules so we can make sure not only we don't waste time, get through the show, get all of our topics done within the time limit of when the show starts and when it ends, and also make sure no incidents happen no incidents happen previously like what happened before ever again, and keep the entertainment going for you all, because that's the point of the show, is to provide entertainment while we go over topics as relating to movies. So basically I want to go over a couple the new schedule and guidelines for what's going to be happening within the film channel. Now, here's a note. Everything I'm going to go over, I'm going to address it once, and that's it, because this is what this video is going to be about, going over the schedule and guidelines. So if you need to know the rules or whatever, I will post a link of the rules and guidelines this video in the chat box within the next episode, and so on and so forth of what's going to happen. So once the point's been crossed in this particular video, yeah. So basically, let's go over the schedule first within what's going to be happening for what time we're going to start and what time we're going to end. Now, as you all know, we like to bring on special guests within the show, either reviewers who are well-known or reviewers who are, independent and, need more recognition. And we like to bring people on for the show that deserves recognition, and we like to bring on not only our friends within the Filmtastic Film Forum, but film reviewers who are well-known as well that we like to bring recognition to, and hopefully help the show grow by bringing, special film critics on the show so we can, all go over the topics and so on and so forth. You get the point of how the show works. So basically, if it's just us three within the host, the show usually goes from 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if we have a guest, I decided instead of extending to 9:30 Eastern Standard Time from 6 p.m., I decided that if we are going to have a guest, the original time was going to be 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But here's a little catch that I am going to be changing. For each person who is going to have topics, because for us guests and the host, I want us to all, and we're going to have at least 5 topics as maximal so we can go over them and provide the entertainment. I mean, you all have seen Flicks with the Dicks. You all know how the show works. So basically, here is what's going to be going down within that. We're all gonna have ourselves a little time limit. The time limit is we're all gonna have ourselves an hour each to go over all of our topics within that hour. Now, if there's gonna be any topics, or at least one topic that's gonna take us a little extended time, I want us to at least address it and let us all know what it's gonna take, because I want to make sure we all get our topics done within time. So basically, from there, we're all going to have an hour each. But if we go over the time, that ain't going to take us a little extended time. I am going to be interrupting the person and letting them know that time's up, and we're going to move on to the next person who's going to present their topics. So here is what's going to be going down for the introductions in all our topics. For the show, if it's going to be us three, myself, Tubby, and Brady, if it's going to be us three, we're going to start from 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time up until 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If we have a guest, we're going to start at 4:30 Eastern up until 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Here's why, and I'll give an example when we feature guests. For the guests, the intros is going to go for at least a half an hour from 4:30 p.m. up until 5 p.m. Then the guest is going to go first for the episode, because we like to have our guests go first. They're going to present their topics from 5 p.m. up until 6 p.m. Either myself or Tubby, we're going to go over from 6 to 7 or 7 to 8, vice versa, whoever goes in. And Brady is going to go from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., which is the closing standard time of the show. So we're all going to have ourselves an hour each to present our show and end the episode on a good note by the time we're supposed to end the program and start on a good note so we can all fool around, get shenanigans going, blah, 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 so on and so forth. So that is going to be the schedule of what we are going to be doing, whether it's going to be us three or have a guest involved within the program. Now, here is what's going to go down when it comes to the rules and the guidelines. Now, the thing is, for me though, we love to interact with the chat. The interaction with the chat is one of the main things that grows, give people recognition and out there what they're saying when it comes to them interacting with the chat. Because when I see the chat, obviously the whole topic is about movies, and that's why I would love the chat to stay is, either us goofing around or relating to the topic of what the show is all about. That's what I would love to see and continue on. Now, here's some rules, and again, just like I said earlier, this is going to be addressed one time in this video, and that's it. So basically, to prevent incidents like what happened prior, again, hosts, well, minus me, which I'll get to in a little bit, Tubby and Brady are going to be moderating the chat really well, so basically, if any shit happens, it's not going to be addressed publicly on the show at all, because we're going to keep doing the show, we're going to provide the entertainment, go over our topics, and continue on, because action is going to be taken right there, then and there, without being addressed or nothing publicly on the show. So basically, here's what's going to happen within the chat. If one person starts shit, not being a funny asshole at all, but end up being a fucking asshole, either disrespecting the host or guest, or people in the chat in a very disrespectful, rude, and cruel manner, they're going to be the first warning, or you can say, is going to be the timeout section that is on it, because I know the chat has a timeout section that you'll be on the timeout for an extended period of time. But if the person in the chat starts acting up again, they're going to be immediately banned from the chat for good, because I can't have, one person constantly start shit with others and try so on and so forth. So, like I said, if a person starts shit on the first time, that's basically the warning, is that you'll be in the timeout section that is in the live chat. But if the person starts again, they're not coming back in the chat at all to interact. You can still watch the episode, but you can't interact in the chat at all, because of, stupid behavior that I can't accept. But yeah, except funny assholes. Funny assholes, busting each other's balls, joking around, etc., etc. But being a fucking asshole, it's like I said, being rude with everyone else, being disrespectful, and treating everyone with disrespect. I can't allow that in the chat because the point is, I want to make sure that we are all being entertained, and the entertainment is provided. Make sure everyone in the chat's happy, and we continue showing the topics that we are presenting while having the entertainment there, and make sure everyone's happy in the chat, everyone's, interacting within the topics, and so on and so forth. Now, those two will be interacting in the chat. For me, though, the reason why I won't be participating in the chat, it's not to ignore everyone. No, it's not that. The fact is, for me, I do get easily distracted, and again, it's nothing against the chat at all. It's all me. For me, though, I want to make sure that as the main host and creator of the show, that I stay focused within how I present the topics. Also, the time run of how long we go. Make sure that we all get to our topics that we want to present, and make sure we end on a good note. So I pretty much got to focus on the show within the time and topics that either the hosts or guests present or myself. So yeah, basically that's all I can really say. So folks, that right there is the rules and guidelines, along with the schedule of what's going to be going on within Flicks with the Dicks in the upcoming episodes, and while we're going to have to continue funny moments and entertainment provided. Because again, the reason why I kept repeating that multiple times is because that's the point of the show. It's about entertaining the people. So folks, that's going to do it for this little announcement and the rules, guidelines, and schedule for Flicks with the Dicks. Stay tuned for Flicks with the Dicks to come. So folks, ciao for now.